Hi there, how are you today? Sue from the Spiritual Alchemist. Let's get some cards today. I have sort of just thought, let's pull some cards around. Sorry, I might as well show you this one. Seven of Cups, so confusion. I wanted to pull some cards today around the world events that are happening. With Iran, Israel, Trump, all of the above. Everything over there that is affecting us over here, or wherever you are in the world. Here it's caused everyone to actually stop and have to reassess their life, reassess every aspect of where you may have been going, what you might have been, wanting to achieve, or what was next for you. So it's sort of put a pause on everybody. The Lover's card is out, so decisions, choices, decisions. It's Gemini, so showing two sort of faces to the world. Think of Gemini a little bit. When I look at this card, I feel like there's a little bit of split personality, split what we're seeing and what's actually happening are two different things, is what I feel. And here, again, seven of Wands. So if you look, he's got two different shoes. So very much, two different hats, two different faces, two different directions, two different shoes. I just feel like what the media or administration want us to hear, we are hearing, but what is actually really going on, it is being covered. And, in saying that, I hear kind of words in my ears that, conspiracy, all that kind of stuff, it's hidden agendas by certain people, certain countries as well. Okay, we've got the Tower that's out, which shows unrest. It shows, collateral damage. It's going to affect everybody. With it is the Page of Wands. So, the fire sign, the fire energy. I just want to say the angry inner child is in there as well. The Tower came up a lot before COVID. It came up a lot in people's readings, just showing it was sitting up next to the World card, which is the world, but it's showing world events that were going to shape us differently. And the Tower comes in as a big cleansing card, It's got a shift and change, but it's catastrophic for everybody. So I don't feel like we are out of the woods as yet. I do feel like it's about to potentially get a little bit worse before it gets better. And I know you don't want to hear that, but I'm not about to fluff around and make it all okay. The Emperor's come out, so very much he can be it's just sitting in a bit of stubbornness and a bit of when I look at the Emperor, I just feel, this to me is Trump's energy, where he's just a bit stubborn in the way he's got, he's planning, or the way he's going about things. He's standing strong in what he's deciding. He's sort of got a plan and tending to stick to it. Again, I don't feel like we're aware of what that plan is. So, it just feels a bit off for us, because as people, as population, we just have no idea. He feels very set in his way, very this is the way it's going to be, and that's sort of it kind of thing. I do understand that, he is in a place of power, and that is that card. It is power, authority. It is, all of that. And I don't look at that card and feel soft and gentle. I look at that card and feel it's harsh, it's brutal, it's real. And he is sitting in that card exactly in that form. Strength has just popped out. This is for all of us, that are sitting in the collateral damage of it all. We're sitting here in Australia, and fuel is rising ridiculously. So it just has this knock-on effect. It will affect our farmers. It will affect all the deliveries, all the groceries. Everything starts increasing at a rate that we've not seen the worst of yet. A little while back, I got very much around fuel that we could actually hit the $5 mark, the devil. So we're powerless to our lives at the moment, powerless to whatever the leaders of the world decide to do. We're chained in here. We're chained to the situation. We're part of it. And that is not cool when life is out of our hands. So I do feel like a little bit of a coming back from that. Like the tower, when the Tower card comes in, it's asking for change. You can't get up after this situation. You can't get up and just go back to the normal you. We have to change. So, at this current point in your life, look at what potentially could change in the future, and how you want to change it, and how you want to actually be in control of what you're doing rather than being at the mercy of everybody else. So whether that's you go, to an electric car or something like that, it is, it's your choice. It's your life. It's your choice whether you change and, start growing your own vegetables and go back to that kind of aspect of life, or just doing a little bit of stockpiling for yourself, so that in times of adversity you're actually going to be okay. So I really, really encourage you to look at where you're at and where you're feeling it and where it's hurting, and make the changes around that moving forward. Because, Iran have taken out the Strait of, between Iran and America, they've taken out the Strait of Hormuz, and that is cut off the world to fuel and diesel and stuff like that. So it is very, it's out of our control. There's nothing we can do. Are we done yet? Are we done with, is it close to being resolved? Let's have a look. I don't feel it personally, but I don't like investing much energy in it. It's a bit of a power struggle. We've got the Five of Wands, which is too many chiefs, not enough Indians, it just, there's no direction. It's just, they're going to fight to the end. The King of Swords there could be quite beneficial if someone actually was able to come in and talk some sense into them, but it's actually, I don't feel it is. The Ten of Swords come out. So this is the Dark Night of the Soul card. So this is a spiritual, reset of a spiritual kind of death and rebirth sort of card, where it is a completion card, but it's going to be right to the very end. So I don't know at what point things change. Everything I'm feeling here is that the world is, in the event has happened or is happening between different countries and different leaders, and the world is in the ripple of that, and that's not a good place to be. We're in the outskirts of that, and it's affecting us. Magician is here, so this is taking back your power, taking back, your own authority and your own direction. It's. I know at some point we're all got our hands tied, and it's very, very hard for a lot of people, but work out how you can take back your power. Three of Swords. This is loss. There's more loss to come. This makes me sad seeing this card come out. We're not done yet. Bugger. This is heartache, heartbreak, loss, sorrow. It just shows me that the detachment from the hierarchy that are making choices here. War is no good for anybody, it just is no good for anybody. Innocent people are getting hurt, and that's what makes me cross. I know that there's political reasons behind it, and I don't want all the political haters and stuff coming on here, but it's the innocent person that's getting hurt, and that just showed me that. You know, the amount of lives that have been lost, it's heartbreaking. And what did they do? You know, why, just because they lived where they lived, they're now a part of it, and purely by location. You know, that could be any one of us. So my empathy and sympathy goes to those people and their families. They are the innocent bystanders that are, you know, reeling in pain because of different people's opinions. I just want to see if it's going to end soon. There's just quite a catastrophic loss coming. We're not done yet. We could have the loss of another leader as well coming in at some point. So we've got a pause that's happened. It's just such masculine energy. Maybe, you know, a bit of softness will come through in the next sort of few weeks, but we've got someone who doesn't want to back down. You know, we've got someone, or both. There's not just one, there's several that, you know, world leaders that don't want to back down. They want to stand and stomp their feet and prove their point. And it's concerning. At some point, someone's going to walk away from it. Not walk away and wave the white flag. There'll be some sort of adjustment or agreement, or enough's enough. I'm very drawn to the fact that we're in a, you know, it's phases, it's cycles, it's time periods. I've got this card here, and it is walking away, 8 of Cups. But what I'm drawn to most is that moon up the top there. So I know that we're about to step into a new cycle of doing it all again, and we have to go through that cycle. But perhaps after this next wave that is coming through, there'll be a little bit of more of a completion that comes out of it, and someone will walk away. I hope for that day. I really do. Nice. And then on the bottom we've got the celebration, rainbow after the storm kind of card, so 10 of Cups. I do feel like it's still got a little bit of chunky time left in it. It's not, you know, we're not over in a couple of weeks. We're not over. It will get worse before it gets better. So do whatever you need to do to prepare yourself, either, you know, financially with fuel or whatever it is, wherever you live, protect yourself, look after your loved ones, and weather this storm, because, yeah, it's a little bit tricky. Okay, take care.